Johnny, we're standing right here, Point du Hoc. This was the west end of the Omaha Beach where the 2nd Ranger Battalion scaled near vertical cliffs on the other side of that bunker there to attack this German gun position here. Not this gun. That was, yeah, there was supposed to have been a gun in there, which commanded the west end of Omaha. About 100, almost 200 Rangers attacked this thing, high casualties. The Germans fought fiercely, but got up here on the top. There was no gun in there. So, at any rate, it was a very valiant effort of the 2nd U.S. Ranger Battalion, Point du Hoc.
How many did they lose on that?
About 90 men were casualties. Let's walk on down, okay? Let's walk on down toward the bunker. An ammunition storage for them, for the Germans. But that's still some of the ramparts. Look at the concrete in that thing.
Oh, God.
But the main bunker on the edge of the cliff is sitting right out here.
Right here?
Yes, where they've got the observation platform. That's the one you really want to take a look at. Guess we better wait here just a moment.
Oh, would you hold this a second? Let me get a picture of this.
Yeah. See, that's what these are. That's what these are. You gotta find out. Now this is part of one of the gun batteries. With all the ammunition stored there in German gun turret position. And I would imagine this is one of the ones that was being readied for the invasion by Rommel, but
You want me to hold that?
it never got finished. And so what you see here is probably a rampart that didn't have a gun in it when they attacked it, but it was heavily fortified by the German infantry. What?
Yeah, you got, are you on?
Yeah.
Thank you for more.
I'm on.
Okay.
Well, we're standing here at the major gun emplacement that American 2nd Ranger Battalion took. That's their monument up here. We're going actually into the living quarters of where this German battery was. Yeah. Go in here. You'll see guns hanging on the wall or where they hung them. Reports of this major German bunker that the 2nd Ranger Battalion took, you know. But this gun position commanded the western side of the Omaha Beach. You can see the bluffs of the beach right up there. Upper Jan is up around that corner, but you can see that this gun, if it had been here, and look at the side, these cliffs are right here below, it's just about like goes right there. The guys scaled. Therefore, we bombed some of this in here, I'm not sure, by radar early in the morning.
Can you imagine Rangers getting up this hill?
Boy, they did it. They did it. Isn't it cool?
I read a quote that said 3 women with brooms could have kept the Rangers off, they thought. You know, one of the generals thought that was...
We got to just dropping hand grenades on them, but... Okay. Colonel James...
Go ahead, Bob, you're on.
On June 6, 1944, Lieutenant Colonel James Earl Rudder, native Texan, led companies of D, E, and F of the United States Army's 2nd Ranger Battalion in the capture and neutralization of the German coastal battery at Point du Hoc, where we're standing. The accomplishment of the mission, which included scaling the cliffs, was seen as a crucial aid to the success of the Allied forces and eventual liberation of France. 225 men started up these cliffs, and 90 of them survived. Okay, my switch is on, John. Bub. That's a commemoration of the men apparently went up the cliffs.
The names of
Yeah, and possibly those who died.
Yeah, there's 90 names right there. It says memory of those rangers who...
Men, do you know that?
Yeah.
If 90 survive, that is an incredible loss factor.
That's good.
That's pretty good, yeah. Yeah.
Now again, these...
This is the reinforcement they used. This is Rommel did a lot of this. I mean, had it done, yes. Rommel had it done. Y'all set?
Okay.
That's all right. Well, listen, you're from Paris. I mean, you're American, Minnesota, studying French.
Yep.
And you're standing right here in the page of history. Do you know that? We're delighted you have this much interest in this.
I do. I'm really excited.
Well, a lot of men lost their lives right here, but they didn't find any gun in here on the D-Day. But had they done so, they would have done their job, neutralizing the whole thing. The Germans are just getting ready to put the guns in here. There were some behind the beach there. What's your name again?
Gina?
Gina. Well, Gina, I'm Bob Vickers from Albuquerque.
All right.
And that's John Wellman from Fort Lauderdale. And that's Dan McGovern from California.
You guys are all from warm places.
And we're all 8th Air Forces in World War II.
8th Air Force, huh?
8th Air Force, flew out of England. Nice to meet you, Miss Gina. Well, up there. We'll be in Brussels 2 weeks. We'll be in Brussels next weekend. Merci beaucoup.
Ils sont ici dans l'air.
Ah oui, oui.
Out of England, Anglais.
Ils sont américains et ils sont des bombardiers. Oui.
The German fortification.
Dans le géologie.
Ah oui, oui. Ça fait Géorgie, ils sont de la Géorgie.
Judée.
De Amérique, où est-ce qu'ils habitent?
Il habite à New Mexico.
Albuquerque. Albuquerque.
Le Nouvel-Mexique.
Ah oui, oui.
New Mexico, not old Mexico.
MSU aussi.
Fort Lauderdale,
Florida.
Floride, en Floride.
Ah, merci.
In California.
Ah, ben je ne l'ai pas félicité.
California, earthquake country. They called me Big Mac.
Well, Big Mac, we got to go. We got to get to Omaha. Merci, madame. Merci. All right.
He wanted to get a picture.
Come on over. Come on over here.
I'm a Korean War guy.
Yeah, so was I too.
Young, were you?
Yeah, I was playing. I stayed in. I was afraid to get out after World War II, so I made a career out of there.
I had it tough. I played in the band.
Oh, wait. Proud of you.
It was a tough job.
Hey, God, may God love you. Take care. You have a nice, safe trip.
You too. Congratulations.
Bless you.
Good Hills, that means a lot of money. We have an office down there with Dole. That's a lot of money there.
We're standing right here on the edge of Point du Hoc and almost 250-foot vertical cliffs that the 2nd U.S. Ranger Battalion had to scale with grappling hooks. Not all the 225 men that attacked this German gun emplacement landed here. Some landed on down the beach because the landing craft landed them in the wrong rendezvous. But it's my understanding about 125 men got up here, and but some were landed on up the beach here a ways, and they finally made their way back here. But it was hand over hand, grappling hooks, Germans throwing debris down on them and grenades. But these men made this fortification only to find that there was no gun here, but nonetheless very stiff German resistance. A very, very critical place, which commanded the Utah Beach, which is around that bend up there. So you can see, had there been a gun here, which Rommel wanted to put in, obviously this would have been a very, very, very critical gun position. But nonetheless, an extraordinarily heroic effort. Johnny? That was a gun with always firing angle coming around. That right there probably was an artillery shell that we hit it.
Yeah.
And let's just walk on. Isn't that amazing? Geez, look at the concrete there. Okay. I think I did it for him, huh? Damn. Hey, don't get hit in the face. Well, we're standing here at the Normandy Cemetery, most impressive area. Over here visiting this good old 8th Air Force buddies, John Greenwood, who's president of the 8th Air Force Memorial Museum Foundation, and John was in the 351st lead navigator, and Johnny Wellman there was in the 390th B-17 gunner, photo gunner, and our wives, of course, our great producer, photographer, Mac McGovern. But this is the entryway looking right out into Omaha Beach. There's over 9,300 U.S. military graves here. This beautiful cemetery in Normandy is right behind Omaha, up on the bluffs. And it has the significance of being probably the largest of the great number, I think 9 or 10 here in France, Luxembourg, and Holland, and Belgium. We're standing right here at the memorial moat. There's a beautiful American flag in the background, and of course all the 9,000 plus U.S. servicemen's graves in the distance. It's a beautifully groomed memorial cemetery. It's standing right in the pages of history, the men who were really the heroes of World War II. Back behind us here is huge granite columns, and on the wall, sort of a granite column mausoleum type building, and on the walls was a beautiful montage of how the actual D-Day landings took place. Arrows and graphics.
This gentleman here was a combat cameraman in World War II, flew out of the back of the airplanes and took. But he's doing a documentary for our 8th Air Force Historical Society, of course, the Memorial Museum Foundation, which is our reading here. And our wives, and we're here. That's not no reason. Can you get an overview of the beach right down here, ma'am? As you go down, and good. There's what you want to do,
The
ma'am.
observation table's right there.
Good, good. My.
And your name?
I'm sorry, I'm Millie Waters.
I don't want
Millie
it.
Waters.
I'm Dan McGovern. Right.
That's great. And that's a very lovely pen.
Very generous.
You could be a real pinch to it.
Yeah, they gave this, we were at the Eisenhower Library at a D-Day memorial program, and they handed so many of these out. I thought that was nice. You got one.
No, I know, I was over here. Oh,
Let me ask you, would you be willing to do an interview about what you did during World War II?
Oh, sure.
Yeah?
Yes, indeed.
Talk?
Okay. Well, let me Let me go see. I've got, in fact, I got Armed Forces Network here this morning, so let me see if they might be interested.
Well, John insisted that I take a picture of this 8th Air Force, the Mighty 8.
This depiction here represents the entire campaign in Europe, effectively the second front, actually the third front, because the air front was a front as well, I mean the air operations, from Normandy to VE Day, 8 May 1945. It shows all the thrust of the drive across the Rhine. In the middle of the depiction, all the air operations that went on were primarily after the German oil refineries and all their aircraft industries, culminating over on the top right-hand side, top central of this depiction, with the meeting the Russian forces at the Elbe. We're standing here on the promenade overlooking Omaha Beach, the primary beach the American forces came across on D-Day, landing here about 6:25 a.m. in the morning. On the first wave, reportedly 35,000 men came ashore here in the 1st Infantry Division, the 26th Infantry, and the 90th. You're looking due north. And of course, this is a paciful day compared to what they faced. Rommel had stuck a steel post clear out through this whole waterway, and it was supposed to be concealed at high tide where our landing craft would run into it. Fortunately, we landed at low tide and they were exposed. This beach is probably about 10 or 15 miles long from left to right. On the right, it joins with the British landing force at Gold. Way off in the distance to the left, which would be west, and sort of out of range of the camera, is the cliffs where the 2nd Ranger Battalion made their famous assault of the German gun battery at Point du Hoc.
But you can imagine these men coming off the beach, all these vehicles trying to claw their way inland under withering fire from the heights that we're standing on right now, and they had to come up through this undergrowth, which must have been 10 times worse than it is now. Standing in the pages of history.
Here we go. 1, 2, 3. Okay. Hold it, Bob. Hold it just a second. I got you.
On 3, 6, 1.
Crazy Americans.
That gun thing duel was to Cruiser, Arkansas. This is a German-rated 152 millimeter major battery that was located here just above the Gold and the British Beach, Gold, and in the far distant Omaha Beach. It threatened our naval landings and also the beaches themselves.
Okay, give it a go.
Well, this is number 2 gun of the 4, and we're just remarking that probably off in the distance here, about 1.5 miles perhaps, is an observation tower building, which might have been what had to be used as sort of the gun control, central fire control. Otherwise, these weapons wouldn't have been able to be synchronized on the targets. That far gun down there, and that last battery, looks like it took a hit such that it was blown clear out of the bunker. The one down there. Looks like it's sitting on the side, doesn't it?
Yeah, that'd be the number 1 gun.
Yeah. It's the only gun emplacements here on the whole beach complexes. These.
That sign down there, 4 guns.
One's out of the battery out there, though. Somebody put that away on a wig truck. I don't work. Can you get up?
Go ahead.
We're standing here on top of about the number 3 gun bunker here on Longe's Battery. Off in the distance, those dark objects out to sea are what was left of the famous Mulberry Piers, which were concrete casings towed over from England during the D-Day operations and were put there to make artificial ports.
any rate, during a fierce storm on the 19th and 20th of June, channel weather was so bad that it broke these piers up. Therefore, they were made unusable, and that's why the port of Cherbourg and later Le Havre were most important to the Allies. But these piers did serve a purpose for about the first 12, 13 days of D-Day.
Up there on top of the bunker, that gives you a pretty good perspective of the size of this particular bunker that evidently received a direct hit on the other side.
That sucker took a direct hit. This is the back end of one of these big batteries that was knocked out in the evening of the 6th of June by supposedly a French ship, Montcalm. But you can see the damage that was done here. This thing must have taken a real direct, massive hit. We even got a boulder right here in front that was part of the reinforced top of this bunker, and it's blown completely off. You just didn't pull that apart unless there was a high explosive one in there. Incredible.
Okay.
We're looking in the back end of this one bunker where we didn't find a gun, and you can see the remnants of this gun, which was blown totally to pieces with this shattered concrete reinforced bar, and it's been here for 50 years, almost 50 years to the day. I noticed a piece of loose concrete over there just whipping in the wind here. Look at it.
Look at that one there.
Yes. I bet you that ruined the whole day of this gun crew, didn't it?
Probably didn't see the end of it.
We're standing here at the famous Pegasus Bridge, which early in the morning of June the 6th, the British 6th Airborne air-landed 6 gliders in here with 30 men each to capture this important bridge across the Caen Canal, and also one a little bit further east of here across the Orne River to permit, or at least deny, the German 21st Panzer Division access to the British beaches across the canal and across the river here. Okay. Of course, this is the canal that they were seizing the bridge from. That's the Pegasus Bridge. This is the Caen Canal. And around to the left, right over here beyond Johnny Wellman, is where the first gliders landed. All 6 gliders landed right out in here. The big old Horsa gliders with 30 men each. and they rushed this bridge. And okay, this is a new bridge replacing the old one, which was mostly wooden, and it's almost an exact replica of the original Pegasus Bridge, which was a drawbridge, or it was a bridge which opened up to permit the canal boats to go through. So what you're looking at is truly a 1990 plus replica of the old bridge. They had to rush across the canal, and of course the family over here in this cafe, the Grande Cafe, were actually pro allies, and they were definitely informative as far as giving the British airborne folks information where the German forces were here in the local area. They took the bridge with a minimum amount of casualties. I think they only lost 3 men in this airborne. It's probably one of the most daring raids that ever been pulled off, and one of the most strategic raids, because it denied German access across these canals, which otherwise would have threatened the beach.
You do what you want to do. That's a beautiful car there.
Where are y'all going? We're going right down this street, down here in a little while. We're going to go in the restaurant on the right. How many blocks or minutes?
Hey Bob, what does it make of that car?
It's a 1937. Well, you have to look on your Talbot. It's a Talbot.
Talbot, 1937 Talbot.
Talbot. Okay. Well, isn't that interesting? It's a bunch of hey, honey, it's a bunch of seagulls dumping on the pier.
Here we are in the village of Bayeux, B-A-Y-E-U-X in France, and it's close to the Omaha and Utah beaches. Notice all the American flags, which is to greet the liberators of Normandy invasion. We'll find hundreds and hundreds of American flags, British flags, Canadian flags, mounted on staffs and poles and flying from windows.
Let me check it. I checked this out this morning. There's one. That's a butcher shop. It's been turned into a restaurant.
Thank you. More flags. That's the French flag. And just a little bit down, it's the Canadian flag. That's Bob Vickers' wife and Lois on the right, and that's John Underwood's wife on the left. They're getting ready to buy some little. Correct that last statement. That's John Greenwood's wife. And here they are looking, checking the restaurante. Valerie. Valerie. Hello, Valerie. Valerie. Hello. That's John Greenwood's wife. And that's Bob Vickers and Lois checking the restaurant. Yeah. Flags everywhere from the Allies, Normandy invasion. A cafe, typical of France. Bob Vickers and Valerie looking at some of the window shopping.
Well, no.
No, that doesn't look right either.
That's not their flag.
Yes.
Hey, that's an old Cherokee. And that's a British helmet right there.
Oh, and there's a picture of Eisenhower.
Yes, that's what I thought.
Ford 94.
I want you to go up and look at the river, and that's it. Go see the river.
We're over a bridge here in Bayeux in France, and this is a river. It goes under the town. I don't know where the heck it's coming from, but it's a very strong. We've had a lot of rain here for the past couple of days, and here we are standing under an awning at a store. Well, that's John Greenwood on the left there. He just joined us. In the rain, here in Bayeux. 2 May 1994. This is a continuation of the river that runs through the village of Bayeux.
It's an old mill, water-driven mill, correct. Flour mill. They used to grind their grain. Insert there in the office. It was called the water mill.
So you had, we have a table for.
About 5 minutes, man. We'll see.
Yeah, John, this is the relatively new Normandy War Memorial War Museum in France, and it was built about 6 years ago. When it was first built, the curator wrote to him and asked me the Air Force exhibit here. I wrote back and told him we weren't exactly prepared for this.
Yeah. Just a minute. Take 2. Talking about the wall, the memorial wall.
Battle of Normandy Foundation.
This is the wall that the main Wall of Liberty. Where's that located?
Wall of Liberty will be located next to the memorial. It's over on this side of the memorial. You go out back to the Naval Peace Prize Gallery, you go over Bailey Bridge. To your left, you see a World War II memorial garden built by the Battle of Normandy Foundation, and out there is a garden because the Battle of Normandy Foundation thinks that this museum happens to be a very thought and emotion-provoking museum.
That's the museum here in Con, France, right?
Yeah, it'll be located here in Con.
Okay, no problem.
It'll be right next door under this pyramid.
Right on. Adjacent to the museum complex.
Exactly.
What about this controversy that came up about solicitation funds for
As far as the controversy over, I don't think it was necessarily over the Wall of Liberty itself. It was, from what I understand, it's a controversy within the hierarchy of the Battle of Normandy Foundation that has been taken care of by the new president, Brady, and it seems like that is hopefully all behind us. And
a very prestigious name.
General
Are they still on board or replaced with other persons?
we have some very prominent people that are still very involved with the Battle of Normandy Foundation. And I mean, I think what's most important isn't necessarily the names at the top. It's the grassroots side of the organization. It is a grassroots organization.
You still have to have the window dressing and
No, I mean, we have, as we're talking about the Wall of Liberty, that's veterans, grassroots campaign. This is done by veterans for veterans. I mean, we have veterans like Charlie that are helping us out from start to
Massachusetts. Air to ground.
That's a British
Typhoon.
Typhoon.
I used it in, they used this as we would use the P-47
Yeah.
Thunderbolt for ground strafing.
Setting up.
Did you get this beautiful girl name?
You took her by surprise, you know.
That's the way to do it. I gotta get a shot of this here. It's on the beach. That's the railroad.
In other words, these are the
That's what they call Rommel's spaghetti.
Spaghetti, right. And after they got on the invaded, got beyond the beach, then they ran into the hedgerows. They took these rails and welded them to tanks. Then they were able to
On va revenir. Pardon.
they were able to go through the hedgerows by using this as a cutter through them.
Coming down the stairs inside the museum, we see two wonderful portraits of General Ike and General Montgomery.
answer that question.
No.
I know what. This will do. Okay. I'll be leaning over that thing, so I'll be lower, okay? Come here.
This is a display with all of the World War II weapons on D-Day encased in plastic.
Leave it on. Is it on? Okay. By encasing the weapons in plastic behind the translucent panels here, it provides a view of the weapons, but it also prevents the theft of the various arms being displayed here. It's a tremendous way to display arms.
This is a diorama of Overlord, which is one of the finest ones I've ever seen. It's going to be very difficult because of the illumination, light illumination.
Les Russes opposent une résistance farouche et la contre-offensive déterminante de l'armée rouge s'appuie sur l'engagement physique et moral de la nation entière.
where we are.
Good stuff, eh? If we drive right straight on, I'd say we're...
Oh, Bob, I don't think we're that far, are we?
Where are we now, Bob? Fleurs, France. Valerie, what are you eating? Didn't you just have beer?
Beer and ice cream.
Beer? What a combination.
Fried wrap. Oh, hell.
Thanks, holiday.
Thanks, holiday.
Market here in Fleurs, France. We just come here to grab a sandwich, but we couldn't get a sandwich, so we settled for a beer, and they're eating ice cream. That's a lovely church over there. I don't know what church it is, but it sure is beautiful.
Yeah.
Drew, or
That's the best I could get.
D-R-E-U-X. Up there.
Yeah, all right.
It's up there just next intersection.
All right, I got it. Argentine.
Mine was, the only thing the chocolate started
Argentine's the next one.
Yeah.
Cool.
See, here's Drew.
We're on the right track.
I said, I've not ever
Awesome navigation.
He said, but there's a first time for everything. That's like John Green. I like to.
Gotta get moving.
That's right.
There's Con to our left.
Yep. We're still there.
I'm saying. I don't know if we'll ever sign it.
We'll never, I believe, say
H2X
trans of females above.
They could give you a win on H2X.
But that's for me to decide what my...
They couldn't get people.
Soccer, rock.
But that's either Airset or Suzanne Luca or something. Yeah. To me, it tastes pretty good to say.
The girl lived.
Oh, I'll tell you, don't ever get bombed out.
Oh, that's good. Toulouse Lautrec used to drink that other stuff, the wormwood stuff. You want it kills you. Yeah, it makes you youthful. Clean stuff. It's like a liqueur. It's more than that.
Yeah.
See that old boy the other day in San Diego was mixing that stuff.
Yeah.
You might have to have a shot of this stuff just to sit down and survive.
Shot at me. See what it tastes like.
Let's see now, what the hell is this stuff? It is made of rubber. I can't remember this one. Don't ring it about. We can't sell it. It's so late to kill it. No, why in the hell would they make a water tower look just a water just fountain? I've got a picture. Looks like they had a parapet up there.
Well, there's one more like that. Damn thing there.
Flying saucer.
Oh, that's a water tower there, yeah.
Bow and arrow shots, that's it. Why did they want to put a wind in it? I guess
That's a big one.
Well, I thought the United States was the only place you could find graffiti.
no.
But there it is on the side of a wall here, and where are we?
Drew.
France.
France. I've seen it in London.
That's a good
Oh,
graffiti.
yeah.
Drew letter.
That would really be nice.
There we do. Look at the road here. I can do. Have you weenies go that way?
We're getting into the Paris area. That's the trouble.
Well, we got a 4-liter when we get up to Drew, though, I think.
Oh, it must be a supermarket.
That's what I
think
see.
it's a super something.
Yeah, it did.
This is what we call a roundabout.
Yeah.
Now, I mean, we've got a bad navigator
You guys
here.
saw,
He's going to be fired, and we're going to have a replacement navigator take his place. He doesn't know where the hell we are.
Vermeil's where Rommel got killed, right here. Vermeil, right now. Rommel
He
got
does
hit
not
in
know what our ETA is for Versa.
Wine vats.
The what?
Wine vats.
Red or white?
I think that's white.
How can you tell?
Probably pink mixed.
Well,
Maybe it's
it's,
for Beaujolais. I like bush.
I can't.
It works both ways.
We don't see
They think we're
We're
smokers.
looking straight ahead and
Hey, Bob, what's happening up front there with all this traffic?
I see a light up there, but I
Well,
don't
okay,
know whether that's a flashing light.
5 Frenchmen have stopped to have a aperitif, their wine. Cruise stop.
Yes. But there was a black man
Oh,
driving
that's a
this car
detour
back
sign or something.
here.
I think.
There's something up here. It is caution, narrowed lane.
Caution, narrow lane.
They all go to one lane up here. Is what it is.
You guys doing a 180.
Better,
I know, but I'm not.
Without being detected.
Where's 26?
Drew?
26.
Is that
Looks
guy
like
gonna-
they got to stop.
Is that guy gonna let me in? You gonna let me in?
Yeah. He's just moving mostly over there.
Oh,
See a stoplight way up there?
sure.
Look at that. That guy in a white car won't let that son of a... Look at it. That guy's raising hell on him. Jesus Christ.
Why do they haven't been able to start a war?
I'll tell you another
Well, that's right.
Boy, they do that some Civil War.
That's right. So
Ever been down Rome, down there?
No, I never have.
Holy mackerel.
I wouldn't drive one.
There's no way.
very volatile.
There goes. Hello.
Hi there. Howdy.
Howdy.
No, that guy was right along beside this man. And
What does this remind you of? Where we are, where we're standing, all this traffic. A Sunday afternoon coming into... Yeah. Lois.
Yes.
How are you?
Okay, I got rid of that fly.
What's your opinion? Here. Right.
I thought you were going to say I'm American.
okay, we all set? Are you all right? Hey, I'll push on your rump, okay? If you don't mind him.
Well spoken. Well spoken.
Okay,
Now,
ready?
now, what's Bob here? Bob is our...
All right. Yes. Good.
I busted my thumb.
Probably
Something cut, yeah.
A little burr on
I don't want to bleed on myself. I'll just give me something so the hell I'll live.
Yeah, you live. They've never had anyone
that's
take
for
his
sure.
place yet.
Thank God.
What do you mean? He was a nice.
He had an accent down there. Couldn't understand this guy.
But he was,
Well, he was a true Frenchman.
Alrighty. Alrighty, here we go. Do that little pedal turn.
Well, here we are in Versailles in the palace here in France. And Bob Vickers is up there and I'm trying to get him to walk down. Hey, Robert, what do you think of this so far? Hey, Bob over there at the corner getting some French francs. Oh, I'm just taking some video. What does it smell like, Bob? What the hell is fromage?
Yeah. Limburger cheese.
That's a patisserie bakery? Bob, what does that mean, poussé?
Poussé means push. It's a bank. You can't get in this bank unless you put a button in there and release it inside. That's a good way to...
So poussé means push.
Push the door. About $2.30. 12.95 francs. Here's one for $2.10. It's rosé.
You can't buy wine for that price.
Rosé. Here's a lower grade test. It's $1.10. It's a red wine.
Walk to, go to.
You're kidding. And how much is that? 130 francs. Well, I love cheese. That's good stuff.
It's a little wet out here in this outdoor bar, so we're just going to stop for a beer.
We've got to get some nostril deodorant. There again about the Madame Pompadour deodorant. She gassed us, Mac. I thought maybe you'd be overcome. We thought we was going to have to get the... Hey, we thought we was going to have to get the rescue squad out of you for you. Oh, it was a gasser. You guys are impossible.
It better not be.
What'd you say, Bob? How are you?
Oh, I never felt better in my life.
It's a little shit.
Hey, you know where we are, Mac? And also John Wellman.
Put the head shop. Taffy.
The elevator didn't go to the top floor. Anyway, one day Marie was out in the vegetable garden tending to the sheep, whatever she did. And the peasants came and got him.
I thought you were going to say that.
That was the French Revolution.
Pigeons?
No, the peasants.
Dan, we got a green barrack, boy. That's all there is to it.
Here we are at an hotel. There's John and Valerie. We're just getting ready to go to the Palace. That's John Wellman in the background. And that's John Greenman. He's bringing his bumper. What do you call that? A bumper sticker?
No, this is
What do you call that, Bob?
bumper shoot.
A bumper shoot?
Wet weather gear. This is wet weather gear.
John, what's that you got in your hand?
This is my part of my wet weather gear. Leaving my raincoat and rubbers at home today. I brought my rubbers for the same one.
You did? Just in case.
Thank God I did, because there's nothing but rain here.
You asked me, you see, the little red light.
Yes, it's on. I'm glad you told me.
Right there.
What you're saying, what you have to say.
Get in on this Vickers conversation now. See what they're.
Wear your rubbers. Well, if it rains inside the chateau, it'll be the 8th wonder of the modern world.
What is that, Robert?
John doesn't have his rubbers.
Oh.
But if it rains, I'm not hotel, taxi in about 5 minutes.
I hope that face picture comes out. I can hold that face. The hurricane flash.
To my left, he was holding the fish.
Yeah, that's right. It's on that big piece of stuff. I hope it comes out good.
West Virginia, Francois. Mac is taking a picture of
This is Bob Vickers and John Wellman planning the route for departure from Versailles tomorrow.
Saint-Péry.
Is that same to you, Bob? I got the same as he? Yeah. All right, thank you.
You get my 84.
Yeah. I'm only 84. Arigato. Thank you.
This is Louis XIV's chateau. It was built in 1631. We're now taking a guided tour, which is directed by a cassette which we have hooked on to us here, in English, of course. So I'll just let this go for a moment till I see what this fellow's saying. 1668, called the Left Wing. What's the one? Okay, we're up the Queen's staircase going to the King's apartments. To the Queen's apartments. Huh?
We're going to the Queen's apartment?
Yeah. He's speaking at that particular sculpture at the head of the staircase. All right. We're going toward the gallery now on our left. This is the vestibule to the King's apartment. King's apartment right now. Big fireplace, beautiful murals. There are 5 rooms of increasing splendor. It's to commemorate the taste of the 3 sovereigns that reigned here, Louis XIV, Louis XV, and Louis XVI.
That's good. I got that back. I got a camera out.
Over here.
Amazing.
I'm glad you're getting this so Lois can see this.
Okay, you can.
Just a minute. We're going to go into the next room of the King's Chamber and watch the large mirror, and the beautiful fireplace. Let's walk across here in front of these people. Come on. Sorry. They're talking right now about having a armed guard in the King's apartments at all times to protect the King and the Queen. These beautiful tapestries and things. This corner.
Let me get this over here, Bob.
Beautiful tapestries. This is all supposed to be the original paintings that were here in 1700s. Can you get it on?
Yeah.
This is the King's bed. Boy, I'll tell you, he really had a sack there, didn't he? I guess he would lay in bed and have all these people attend him out here on his
on these stools and stuff.
Okay.
Some sort of a general courtyard for the king's chambers. A little downwind of Dan.
You getting a little bit of it?
Ooh. I think we're all ahead of
Lay there, right?
Beautiful hanging shed. Drawing room chamber with statues, and this was more of the ornate likings of Louis XV, the successor, of course, to 14th, and it's incredible. Looking out on the vast gardens and the pool to the back. In 1662. Yeah. Louis the 16th, when Louis the 16th, when the French Revolution peasants came and invaded the chateau here to capture them both and take them to their guillotines. They were running up and down the corridors underneath this room, trying to find each other before the peasants captured them. But I guess they finally got together and was carted off in a cart to be guillotined. Louis XIV, like I say, had like to have small children in the court around him, and I said apparently Louis XIV liked to have small children of the court around. Therefore, he had this reception hall decorated with these figurines of small children. Beautiful gold chandeliers is what they amount to. Incredible. Isn't that something? What an ornate.
How the hell would you break in there? That twist all the way around. Look up here.
Sheesh. That's, well, I guess we'll go down. Well, yeah, we're talking. I don't know where he is. Do you know where he is in this conversation?
The rest of the visit.
Where'd you get that badge?
Oh, I had that for years. I got it from, that Gus, Gus Duda that did our reunion? Or tried to. He
This is the Queen's Chambers.
Queen size bed, king size bed.
The Queen's bedroom and chamber. Hey Bob, what is this? What room is this?
Well, I think it's what they call the Council of Ministers. Affairs of State met here, and in fact, they still do.
some of the gardeners were looking through the window from the council chambers. Dean had a baby.
16th, had a small 2 years. Stock with books, but he never read them.
He never read his book.
Never read them. That was the one that was a little dim-witted, Louis the 16th, you know. So they say, married to Marie Antoinette. The babies were born and birthed. This is called the birthing chamber of the Dauphins, or the youngsters who, you know, lived here, of all the kings. Dauphine. This is where they had the kids.
These are the gardeners from the bedchambers.
About the son of Louis the 16th who died in the first year of the Revolution, 1789.
Oh.
That's why he was only 2 years old.
What is this, Bob?
I'm not sure yet.
Where are we now, Bob?
We're in the apartments of the Dauphins, the heirs to be of the throne. One of them, Louis XIV's son, did not live long enough to be king.
That's why we listen to our king. Well, we were outside, the sewer on this side, this is finished.
Holes in the cement.
Yeah, and then
Where are we going now, Bob? Yeah, we're going over to the Hall of Mirrors, the Grand Department.
Dan, this guy was the party animal Bob said.
He was what?
The party animal.
That's Louis the 14th.
How you doing there, Valerie?
The money changer?
There. You have to go around the corner of that building and then to get to that A thing. See what I'm saying? That's where they check the thing right in there.
That's where
The bank. I know, we're over here. I can see. We got our tickets right here. When